you could call 211, the United Way helpline, and locate one for them and give them the phone number. And it's such a help at that point, because they are almost at the point of shock and disorientation, and they don't really know what to do, and they don't know how well they are or how not well they are. So it's important for you to say, let me dial 211, we'll find a homicide co-victim support group and see if you can get in it. Secondly, in the state of Georgia, the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council has a victim services database by geography and by typology. So you can access it by going online, www.ganet.org/CJCC, and then going to Victim Services Directory and pulling it up. Or if they don't have internet or capability, you can dial 404-559-4949, the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council, and they will tell you the Victim Service Directory, and they'll tell you the information you need. For example, if you have child molestation in your faith-based organization, you could call up and say, where are all the child abuse prevention and child abuse treatment programs in this particular geographical area where this crime victim lives? That information is available on that database. You also can help them get victim compensation if they are eligible for it by just telling them the phone number I've previously given to the Criminal Justice Coordinating Council, and almost each state has a number like this. There are some resources available online through the www.ncjrs.org website. By typing in the kind of information you're looking for on their search dialog box, you can find almost any publication that the National Criminal Justice Reference Service has online without even having to order it. It comes up as a text document, and you can read the document online from your computer. I hope these basic resources have helped you as a spiritual leader to know that you're not alone in trying to find resources that can help crime victims that are in your community. This information is just a basic kind of knowledge information. There are skills and attitudes that I think are very important to you to know as well. I have published a document called Justice That Reconciles and Heals. It's a 108-page document that lists a lot of resources that I've already listed with you, but it's available at our website, www.gbg-umc.org/CVAC. And in that document, it gives you some scriptural references, some techniques of reflective listening, some techniques of how to set up a support group, if it's a homicide co-victim support group, or a stalking support group, or a domestic violence support group, or a support group for the innocent parents of the abused child. Whatever the need is in your community, you as a spiritual leader can set up a support group that's mutual self-help support group that helps people know they're not alone, know they're not crazy, know that they are supported and lifted up and guided by others who have been through a similar experience that they have. And these people have all learned a wealth of information, even what medicine has worked, even what resources are out there. Some good lawyers or good psychologists or good people that have helped them, they share this information among each other to help each other. And you as a spiritual leader can set that kind of mutual self-help support group model up in your faith-based organization and help many crime victims. It's not that difficult. You can find a facilitator who has some training in crime victimization, and they can operate this group for you in your faith-based organization. The Crime Victim Organization, Crime Victim Advocacy Council, or CVAC, started in 1989 because we had such a serious problem in our church after a DUI, almost fatality. The little girl was comatose, a boy had a shard of glass in his eye, and the parents were injured, and they both lost their jobs, they almost lost their home. Their little girl had some brain stem damage and was considered in a vegetative state. And we just saw the many problems that developed from that, and as a result we set up a crime victim ministry model to help other people who would be having similar crimes or different crimes, but going through all kinds of problems, and they needed the faith-based group to help them deal with this. If you are wondering why a faith-based organization needs to be involved with such a victims ministry, because we have prison ministries out there, if basically out of fairness, if we have 7,000 prison ministries in North America and only 53 faith-based organizations that help crime victims, then in reality shouldn't we have as many groups helping crime victims? The Good Samaritan parable is one example of a reason why we should help people like this. The wounded, robbed victim left bleeding on the side of the road was taken, anointed his body with oil, and he was taken to the inn of healing, and he was offered compensation until he was healed. And we were told to go and do thou likewise. That's the reason why we as faith-based organizations should be out there trying to help crime victims who are wounded, bleeding, left bleeding on the side of the road. We should not ignore them, we should not pass by them, but we should do everything we can to help them heal. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you for listening.